Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, SB. Today, looking around the market, let's go ahead and look at what our overalls are doing. SPY still coming down and testing at 13. No, that's the wrong one. NQ still coming down and testing at 1300. Got a little bit of a bounce off of this downtrend, but we'll see how that holds into the coming into the weekend. Oil continues to go back up. It went back up to the 200 moving average on the daily chart. So came down, sharp downtrend into this level of the 85s, bounced from here to the 95. So a little $10 bounce, just a little relief bounce, and we'll see if it can continue down. Good morning, Donnell. Okay. Back over here. So a couple of things that were moving kind of crazy yesterday was Nerve. NEVR got going off of this level of the $6 up to the $8. Uh, that was after I went off stream. This thing kind of held this level and just went. Let's see what else went up to yesterday. I believe Fetch was something that SB had called out, FTCH, and it went up and touched the $10 and then came on back down and flattened out. Let's see. Ape didn't do much yesterday after that big explosion up there to about the 770s, right under the 8. Just came on back down. Had a little bit of a pullback up off of the 684s, but there wasn't much of a level back here where you could see that was going to happen. So very unpredictable little pullback up and then just flattened out. INDO still sitting around that $11 area. Had a little bit of a gap down, but with oil continue to try to hold, I think INDO will end up holding as well. I don't know if it'll go up, but I think it'll hold for as long as oil does. And then Hustle is also one of INDO's followers. Got up to about 540 the other day, but now it's down to the 488s, going pretty flat. Jump out here to the watch, some of those watch list traders. What's up, Lori? Lori, there was something that you called out. I think it was might have been into the weekend or something. I'm wondering, did you get in there? Trying to think what that ticker was. There's so many tickers. No. You said never mind on that ticker. Never mind. Never mind. I remember that ticker actually ended up going down or something. Taking a little nosedive. Let's look at Coinbase. Sitting out here right at the $70 mark. Working its way on back down to the 60s. Amazon had a little pop in this level again. So it's got a little bit of a level down in here, 136, so about a $6 level there. Breakdown of the 130s would be going back to try to fill this gap on the daily chart. Huge gap from the 130s down here to the 122s. SoFi, the loan company, had a gap, filled the gap, had a short pop back into the gap. So this gap is definitely getting some action around here from the $6 up to the, well, 650 up to 7. It continues to try to trade around there on SoFi. CYN, Lori says CYN. Yeah. That was it. It had been going it's been going flat down here on this 140 level for a while. Let's see. Support 112, right above that $1, just floating there. And this was pretty much all of June, July, August, everything above $1. So, interesting pattern. It's good profit from $1.10. Yeah. Yeah, I saw oil breaking that $95. It just refuses to break 85, but at least it's close. It's only 10, it's within $10. As long as it just doesn't start doing something crazy after coming into this holiday and seasonal type season change, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, if you guys are seeing anything, let me know and we'll check it out. But no really high volume movers that I've seen yet. Actually, oil is coming back to what looks like a support level of that 95 and just holding here. So will it be able to push back into this range, 95 to 100? That's the question. Because we look back on the chart a little bit, yeah, this is previous support, either going to become resistance or it's just going to blast through this support. But it has double tested this area here. So 1, 2, and we'll see. SB called out PLUG. 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 3 million shares traded. And then let me see. BWV. So let's see what's going on with Plug. Okay, Plug and Amazon signed a green hydrogen agreement. Okay, green hydrogen agreement. Expected to help enable Plug to achieve a 3 billion revenue goal by 2025. Green hydrogen can help Amazon meet 2040 net zero carbon commitment. A leading Plug, a leading provider of turnkey hydrogen solutions for the global green hydrogen economy, today signed a hydrogen supply deal with Amazon to provide liquid green hydrogen starting in 2025. Boy, what is up? I'm getting all kinds of notifications. 2025 to help decarbonize Amazon's operations as part of its commitment to be net zero carbon by 2040. This deal with Amazon marks a growth opportunity for Plug and is okay. Um, Deal provide blah blah blah. Company toward where was I? This deal with Amazon marks a growth opportunity for Plug and is to be expected to help the company towards its 2025 3 billion revenue goal. This deal attests to Plug's strategy to build an end-to-end green hydrogen ecosystem and provide integrated hydrogen solutions as a what? Solutions for its global customers. Okay, so let's see what their CEO says. By building a complete hydrogen system from molecule to applications combined with a resilient network of green hydrogen plants around the world, we have made hydrogen adoption easy, said Andy Marsh, CEO of Plug. Landing a green hydrogen supply deal with a customer like Amazon validates our multi-year investment and strategic expansion into green hydrogen. We are excited to expand our relationship with Amazon in exploring the use of other hydrogen applications, such as fuel cell, electric trucks, and fuel cell power generation um, stations that could provide electricity to Amazon buildings, and the deployment of electrolyzers and fulfillment centers. Okay. Amazon is proud to be an early adopter of green hydrogen, given its potential to decarbonize hard to abate sectors like long haul trucking, steel manufacturing, aviation, and ocean shipping, said Cara Hurst, Vice President of Worldwide Sustainability at Amazon. We are relentless in our pursuits to meet our climate pledge commitment to be net zero. Okay, and that's going back into the commitment. Okay, so that's some strong catalysts for Plug Power today with Amazon. Took a nice rip up here, 28 up to the 36s. Let me see. Lori says she's watching INDO, BBBY, Drug, and BWV. And then she also said MNMD is also moving up. Is Bed Bath and Beyond still getting action? Got a million shares there. And then Drug was one that we saw on the other weeks. Lori says, "Hi SB. BWV always has pops from the $2 to $3 level. Plus, it will have news on its monkeypox vax." Today it's looking like plug's gonna be the move though. That catalyst is eating everything else up. Let's look on plug's daily chart as well. So plug's daily chart, it has had a support level that it built down here and has been moving up, making higher lows off this bottom. Had a gap up to 19s, came above the 200 moving average. $25 became a little bit of a holding point down here. So level here, level here, level here. Just been moving up on little plug. I'm thinking it can get going though. SB called out F sale. What's up, reliable Rudy? F sale. Let's see what that's looking like. F sale is this. This might be some more energy type deal on F sale. Well, okay, so F sale is gonna be moving. Looks like it wants to move on. It's got some of the news for plug in here, but I don't know if it's gonna be able to compete with plug on that news though. They did get some call sweeps back here, and we've seen those call sweeps go crazy when there's an imbalance in calls. F sale was at $4, moved up here to 470. For F sale, $5 is a huge resistance, Lori says. Yeah, it looked like it got stopped around that 550 last time. 525s. Yeah, that's a whole dollar resistance there for F sale. Plus, it's a higher float. Don't See it getting a whole lot of volume right now before open. So I don't know what it can do. MNMD is under $1. That was one that had popped and was holding $1 for a little bit, but dipped under it. Found a little bit of a bottom around the 75-cent area. So we'll see what that does. We have about 8 minutes to the bell. Let's look at some of this charting on Plug though. Plug has the most interesting news. I'm just looking at the this is its yearly chart. Had a huge little sell-off, 156 down here. Got back up to the 75s, came back, formed a bottom around the 10s. So that's that yearly chart. Monthly chart. You can see it's just been on a nice little downtrend and finding a little bit of testing this level of the 30s twice, and now it is above the 30s. It's at the 31s, right at the top of this level here. So we'll say 31 is where it's sitting, and it's probably going to try to hold that 31 and start to retest these highs, 34s, 40s. Got a couple of levels in here may need to retest. This is the weekly chart. And this is the 4-hour chart. 4-hour getting right back up there to that 31 level. So we may see a retest of this 31 and even maybe the 30s today before it. But the news is so good, I don't even know if it'll get back to 30. Got 5 minutes to the bell. 5 million shares traded on Plug. Rudy says JD gap up over the 50-day. JD. JD, what is this? JD.com. Options trades suggest more gains to come on JD.com. Alibaba, JD.com, and other Asian stocks jump. This time, thanks China government, or I guess that should be thanks to China's government. I don't know. Why Minerva, Neurosciences, they got all kinds of news in here that's not doesn't look relevant to JD, but what is JD? Okay, based out of China. provides chain-based technologies and services in the People's Republic. Companies offers computers, communication, and consumer electronics products, as well as home appliances and general merchandise products comprising food, beverage, and fresh produce. Baby maternity products. Man, they're like a whole. They sell everything, don't they? Pharmaceuticals, healthcare. They sell everything. So they're getting a little pop for some reason. Gap up $60 up to 62. I think Plus gonna take this opening show though. Coming back to the 31s. Got a nice flat top up here of the 30 70, around the 30 75-ish area. All right, we're about to get an open in about 30 seconds. Solid earnings. Plug waking up. Can it go and test those 30s though? I already got a top pushing away from that top 30, almost $1 down there. Still, I'm thinking this thing is bullish with that news that it's got. Huge buying pressure all the way down here to the 28s. On the hour chart, we have a flat top up here of the 31.21 out of the open. Drug getting a small bounce out of there. Back into this resistance level that it faced the other day on DRUG, up 9%. Plug has a bottom of the 30.52 now. And I'm thinking it's going to push right through this top. The Amazon catalyst is something serious. May need to consolidate here a little bit, I guess, before it goes 31.68. JD gave a little pop out there, popping up towards those 63s. Drug going back up to this previous high of the 258s, 260s. Touching the 250s there. Will 250 be a resistance level? Yesterday we had saw this as a short level, and it's doing it again. So 2 times the charm, I guess. Will it fail twice in this area, or will it be able to push over this high of the 260s? Drug 50-day weekly. Reliable Rudy said drug doesn't look half bad. Yeah, we'll see what happens in this area though. It does not need to come back down to 225 again. That'll be bad. Looking like he wants to push those 60s a little bit. Getting up there, very quick push to the 260s. I think that high was 260. Yep. High was 260 though. That's a double top there. What's going to happen off that 260? Will it be able to hold? Will it be able to hold 225s is the question. Will we see that 265 up there? 260, nope. Just struggling. Okay, there's the 260s right through it a little bit. That breakout, 260, where'd it go to? 265. So a 5 cent breakout. 5 cent breakout so far, which is not impressive. Almost a 10 cent breakout. Yeah. 275 is getting hit there. What was this other level of a resistance that I had up here for some reason? Right at the 2. Where was this coming from? This might have been a struggle point from another day that it's coming into here, but it looks like it just went straight through it. But it is up 30%, the most obvious mover on the day. Now we just need to see where it's going to bottom out at. It has been in a kind of like a triangle pattern downwards, making these, let me show you the trend. Let's see where to be. Had a downtrend, broke that downtrend, and I'll draw 2 trends because some people like bringing in the wicks as well. So 2 trends there. So had the downtrend or whatever. We'll see if it holds up that 225, which it would be entering back within this first trend on a big fail here. Go look at plug as well. Plug making these higher lows around here. 30.50 was that, let me look on the hour chart. 30.50 was that first bottom. See if we can make a lower low here. Drug coming on down. Drug looks like it wants to continue up. Let me look at the daily chart on drug. Let's see how that hour closes in just a few minutes. Can we identify where the shorts are sitting? Okay, making lower lows on the 5-minute. Coming right back down to that 30.52. Pushing right through it. Let's see if it can get a hold down here. So that's $1 move down, going back towards that $30. Let me look on the daily chart for plug. Oil broke 95. Thank you. So glad it's breaking that down. Plug though. Drug with a level of resistance up here to 283s on the daily. We got to see how this 15-minute closes though. And now on the hour chart, we see a top 293 right at the $3 level resistance. And we'll see once this hour closes where the resistance wants to end. Still up 23% on drug. INDO with a gap down. Gonna want to be careful when it fills the gap down. Yeah, it's looking a little heavy out there. BWV. Let's see what else isn't really getting a whole lot of love here today. Plug almost down to the $30 level. That's a whole $10 level. Wait, what? Come on. Show me what you got. Okay. So plug continue to push down here on off of that news. Plug all the way down to the $30 now. Through the $30 there, little peek through the $30. Got momentum to the downside. It's going to have to slow itself down. Put some brakes on. The low of this candle was the 29.90. It's going to have to put some brakes on here. F cell was another one that went down just like plug did. Pretty much the exact same move. Drug still right up here at the top. Our candle has not yet closed yet. But the next 15-minute is open, forming a lower high as of now. Okay, so the catalyst on drug, I don't the catalyst was, what was the catalyst on drug? I don't even know. It's not even really clear on today. Because usually if it was a good catalyst, they definitely would have been re-referencing it. Like Plug. Plug has that whole Amazon deal. It's got the best news on the day. But the volume isn't here. I see one called KAVL. Don't know what's going on over there. I don't like how flat that is already. Just looking at that one. Don't like that. 18 million shares traded. Peloton down. Plug down 3%. Tesla down 2%. Hustle, no. Bed Bath and Beyond looking like it's going down as well. Held this little flat range for a little bit, but just has no reason to come back up. Plug, just holding this 29 something dollars. Possible retest of the highs today after it figures out what it wants to do, but today just may be a red day for Plug. Out here on the daily chart, on TOS on Plug, we can see it came up to this top level where it's been before, $30. Given a pullback, it did have a little gap down or gap above the 28s. So I'm wondering, can it close today? I'm pretty sure it's going to close above 28s, but I don't know. This is a quite large red day here. Dollar drop for Plug back into these levels. Let's see where it could kind of stop falling. 30 was right across this level. 30 just seems like a hold spot. I mean, it may dip down to 29 or something and try to resume its upward motion. We'll have to see though. 29.70s still going down. Drug finally showing its true colors. Doesn't have any real news on the day. I'm more interested in to see what Plug's gonna do. Shorts are definitely winning on Plug. But you don't want to buy a falling knife. Even with the greatest news. Yeah, Donnell, that's what I was looking at. Drug is just one of those that is just trapping people. You know, small movements from the open. It's just not something that's looking too interesting. And I'm thinking it's gonna end up getting slammed here in a little bit. Plug starting to slow down here. Had a base level here of the 29.64 down there, but the hour chart has not closed yet. Where's the 200 moving average? On Plug, it's back down there to the 24s, so it's well above that. Low 29.64, making a little bit higher high. The low here was 29.64. Low here, oh, it double bottomed there on Plug, but still the hour and the 15-minute are saying it wants to go down. Drug did pop through, looking like it wants to get up to the threes. Can this hour just go ahead and close so we can see where it's going to get pushed from? Got a couple minutes left before the slam. On the daily chart on Drug, we can see that it had multiple wicks up. I mean, it had all of this selling pressure here, and it's still pushing back in here. Still pushing back up, and it's just like, why? We see on the 24th they had news about psychedelic compound in magic mushrooms. Shows new promise as alcohol addiction treatment. Alcohol addiction treatment. So they got magic mushrooms. Let's see. That's about all that I see for them. Is just the magic mushrooms. We had on the other day the cocaine one that we were watching. Let me see, what was the name of that cocaine one? I forgot the cocaine one, but it might have been Nerve. Yeah, it might have been Nerve, but yeah, they all have magic things going on. So I don't know, man. Drug is one of those. It's just coming into a whole dollar resistance. I already was on a downtrend. Well, I mean, it had a flat bottom here, 120, 121s. I guess you could count this as an uptrend, but that catalyst, though, I don't know. Plug continue to get pushed down. We'll see if it breaks this double bottom, which was the 29.58s down there on plug. It is red on the day, so you know, for it to get green, it's got to get up, up, up. I'll probably give it this day just to chill, figure out what it wants to do because it's got good news. What's up, Ben? You let it go to 5 and buy the dip. All right, drug getting it did touch the $3, but we may be able to identify some short resistance now up here. Locked the bid out at the rejection of 3. Nice. Let's identify where is this rejection level. It's right, looks like it's right under the $3, but they have not started to capsize this thing yet. Still up 30%. KAVL not looking too hot. I actually want to see where plug closes on the day. It may give a nice buy. If it can hold around like 28, 29-ish into the close, it may give a little bit of a run up in the previous days following. Then again, drug may be a grinder on today where people just continue to just play it back and forth and back and forth and get hurt on both sides. So we'll see what a rejection. We need to see what a real rejection looks like on this thing today. Not just a little drop, but how much power do the shorts have in this thing? Your stop is at 275. Yep, get ready. 294s. There we go. So let's see how much pressure the shorts can put on this. Do people want it bad enough? We need to see what the shorts can do with this. There's the 270s. Can we continue to get a push down on the shorts? Now we're able to see a better identification of where the shorts are sitting as well. So looks like they took their entries above the 275. So we'll go ahead and start taking notes of the resistance up here. 305 it got to. We'll see where this candle closes. Will it close below the body of this previous candle, 270s, 280-ish level? Will it get pushed all the way down there? There's some VWAP buyers there, looking like a little bit of covering there. Buying and covering. I do see some action above the bid or above the ask there. Let's see if we can get below the bids. There's some bids above the ask. So yeah, still somebody's still willing to buy this thing above the ask. Let's see if they get crushed. Below the bids coming in. Can we see big below the bids? Big Russia red is what we want to see to get this thing going down. But I keep seeing green pop up there. People are still willing to buy this thing higher. There's some reds coming through. Can we get some more of that? Hold up. Let me flip over here to plug real quick. Plug tried to get up off of this $30 level, just right around the $30 level. Tried to break it 1, 2, 3 times. With the top of the 30.25s, maybe a fail point there. The low of this was the 29.68 down here on plug. Still nice and red on the day. Okay, back up the drug. Come on, drug. Where you at? There we go. All right. So I'm looking at my level 2s and continuing to see people buy above the ask. This thing may get a pop. People are still willing to buy this thing higher. It may pop the 3s here again. There's some reds coming through. Can we get a lot of red? There's some, see. Yeah, I don't know. This is one of those, it's kind of hard to tell because it's so back and forth. People are below the bids. They're thinking they want to short. Then they're above the ask. Then back and forth and back and forth. Somebody's going to get hurt. I don't know which way it's going to flip, but somebody's going to get hurt. It's going to make a massive move in one direction. China is where the action is. EDU, not a terrible setup. EDU. Look like it went down for a quick gap fill is what it looks like. More and more people getting in under the bid, looking like they think it's gonna be going down. Seeing more and more reds come on the tape. Yep, about to get this nice drop. Wow. Yeah, I don't know about this one. Let me flip over the plug, or what was the other one? EDU. EDU's up 2%. 300,000 shares traded right now. Moved from the 26 up to the, so about a 50-cent move there. Is a little bit higher float. Plug holding down the 30s here. Looking like it's ready for its next leg down. Let's look at the SPY real quick. Come on, SPY. Oh my gosh, why is drugs so fixated on the 90? What is wrong with this? 290 holding here forever, flattening out at this top. So all it takes is either one big short or one big long to make this thing go either way. Now it is bullish at this point, but the bottom that it needs to break down and go bearish is the what, 288? 288 breakdown. Let's see if we can see that 288 on the bids. 292s, 291s, 288s getting tapped. Can we see 287s? 287s there, and bought right up off of that. That's crazy. Yeah, this is one that you can get hurt in real easy. Super unpredictable with no reasoning. Touching the 3 again. Another failure. What is this? This high was 304. This high was $3, creating a lower low or a lower high there on the 5-minute, but still the 15-minute looks crazy bullish. They're buying right at the top too. 10,000, 20,000 shares right here at the top. That's crazy. They're really loading up on longs that think it's going to shoot out. Looking at the level 2s here, though, we can see over here on the bids, there's some pretty big sizes sitting out here. 14,000, 36,000, 21,000. When we compare that to the ask side, where are those big ask sizes getting on? Or are they spoofing? Are they hiding their orders over here? Because we don't see any kind of sizes sitting out here like that. Yeah, I think that's a death trap. There's one up that is AVYA. AVYA $1.50. What is the news over here? This is a mid float. Not seeing any real news on it. On the daily chart, yeah, that daily chart looks nasty. Coming up for what looks like a gap fill up to the $2. Don't know about that. Maybe a chopper. Says 73.2 million in the float. No news on it. I just can't believe Plug's struggling like it is with the Amazon news. That's crazy. See what the ranges are on these candles. 126 up to the 140, so 20 cents, 137. So chop down to about 10 cents per candle, 44, almost 20 cents. So around 20 cents on these candles, but it is chopping around. I don't know what to say about drug. There's so much indecision, it doesn't make any sense at this point. The 290s have been just trapping people. Let's look at JD. JD did end up going up there to the 64s. Now coming on back down. So on the hour chart, we can identify this as our little war zone, 64.50 resistance. And then we'll see where this hour chart closes, and we'll find the bottom here. The SPY took a little run up from the 414s up here to the 416s today. FCell and Plug continue to do the same moves, going on down. So the first step, is to identify what kind of trend do you have on the day? What kind of intraday trend do we have? On Plug, I mean, is it a obvious trend here on the intraday? So if I was to put a trend line, let's say from the open out, where does this trend go? Is it here? Is it here? I mean, where does it go? And right now the trend is not obvious, so it's not something that I'm looking that could be a possible trade, because I mean, it's where I want obvious things to kind of make themselves appear, the trend and all of that. AVYA coming on down. Drug also, where's the trend? So we know intraday, it has, if we were to count this as a trend, what is this from here? I mean, where's the trend? Where is it? Where's the bottom here? We don't know. So it's another no trader. Hands in my pockets. Then once you find the trend, then you look for those deviations away from the trend. Bed Bath and Beyond finally popping on the skins, down 5%, under $10 now, looking like 9.75. Yep. You closed out EDU, had potential, but kind of cut it. The other thing with these like this, I've seen this pattern a couple of times where like the stock will come down to a level and just sit. And then all of a sudden, it gives just a little pump up, just a little kind of buying pressure to the upside, and then it absolutely destroys this bottom support. So this 29, what is this, 29.50-ish level, it absolutely just boom, just a huge dump through there. And that's what I want to avoid on something like this, because it's just taking too long. If it was going to bounce, it would have bounced faster or sooner than this. At this point, if it bounces, it's got to form a whole new uptrend off of this. So, nah. Drug probably going to continue holding the 290s for the next 3 days. Not making any true decisions. VWAP is right at the 279. I wonder what'll happen on the break of VWAP. Will people really get scared and dump on? I wonder, are there stops right here at the 275 here? 275 right there. Are they really going to get dumped on here? Going back and retouching the 290s. Now we do see it had a higher, created a new high, then a lower high, then a lower high, and then a new high, and then a lower high and a lower high. So overall, it is creating lower highs here. Plus the volume's kind of decreasing as well from the open. This last candle was 2 million shares traded. Yep. So I got about 15 minutes on this this stream, and hey, if I don't see anything and you guys do, make sure you make some money. Make that money if it's available. If it's your setup, your strategy. Of course, my strategy does not fit everybody because my strategy is based on patience, a lot of it. So, and definitely overcoming FOMO. It's like, oh man. I had a long struggle with FOMO, and it's still ongoing. We have a love-hate relationship where some days we hold hands and some days we throw hands. But that's how all trading is. Every day is different because you're not in the same state of mind that you were in the last day. You can have a great day, then come back the next day and just one thing be off, or you don't consider one criteria or whatever you're looking for, and you miss it because you're feeling good. You're feeling good. You just won yesterday, and you come in and get a foot in your mouth. 90s holding again here. Let me see. Rudy says AVYA might not be terrible run. It. Let me see. Not gonna touch it though. AVA, yeah. This one, let's look at the hour chart. The hour chart is gonna be closing here in a little bit, but It had a high up here of the 165. Really didn't push much out of the open. For the resistance, this war zone here we got is what, about 10 cents? So 165 down here to the 150s. And then this previous little pop in aftermarket was 141. So what happens if it drops back below this? I mean, it's super close, only 12 cents away, really, or 10 cents away or something like that for this little drop down. So I don't know how much potential it has to the upside after this. Now it has a lot of volume, 28 million shares traded, but oh wow, plug really went. See, this is what I was talking about. This is what I was talking about. It comes here, sits on this level, kind of jokes people in, kind of like, oh, ha 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 ha. We're holding, and then it starts to absolutely explode to the downside. This bottom was what, the 29.50 that it just hit for support. Getting some buying pressure off of that 29.50, but what kind of trend is this? Can we draw a true trend on this? I mean, we can go back overall, but we're trying to take an intraday trade. So what kind of trend is here? We're not looking at the whole thing, but like, because this thing can continue to come down even though it's on an overall uptrend. And that's what we don't want, to get caught in something that's continuously coming down. But now it's tested this level twice. So 29.60 came up, gave a little bit of a push up to the 30.25s resistance for a little channel here, and has tested this twice. So will it break out of here, or will it continue making new lows? Because it's made new lows multiple times now. Again, drug. Oh my gosh, bro. Just crash. We know you're going to crash. Just crash. It's got all the longs in here like, man, this thing's going to go up. It's got all the shorts in here like, man, this thing's going to go down. Oh, boy, boy, boy. JD up to 64. Or is it still going up? Is it down? Yeah, it is up. Up to 64, looking like it got up to that previous level of resistance before the hour closed. So definitely really, really bullish up here to the top, going towards the 65s. Let me jump over here to the scans real quick. So in the micro floats, all we had was drug pop up. Low floats, KAVL, which is down 2%. Mid floats, AVYA and BBBY. And then our high floats, we had Peloton taking the top volume position, down 19%, 7% on the day. We had Plug, which was just down at 29.50, only up 7% on the day, with down 4% on since the open. Nvidia, Grab, GRAB, Tesla, AMD, BABA, CCL, SoFi, and then Apple. So those are our top 10 volume movers on today. So that's scans definitely looking kind of rough for the low floats and micro floats. Not a lot of attention down here other than drug. Oh, drug. Wow. As soon as I take my eyes off of drug, look at this. Took my eyes off of drug and look at drug. Look at this. Look at this. Exactly what we were saying. It was so hard to identify where this short resistance was. You got to identify that first, where those shorts are sitting. And now it's getting crushed back through, and it looks like a whole bunch of sell-off through the VWAP, the break of the 275 there. So either way, Rudy, you would have got stopped out here. That's 2 times through the VWAP, and now it's this time. I don't think it was through the VWAP, but this one's definitely through the VWAP, and so that's going to cause retail traders to say, "Oh boy, it dropped through VWAP. I don't think I can trade this anymore." Let's see, AV AVYA continuing down as well. Now, this is where I said, what if it drops down here to this 141? What if this whole level right here becomes a short resistance? And that looks like what it's trying to do on AVYA. Plug. Plug. Trying to hold there. The SPY is up to 417. Let's see. Oh, we were looking me and One Life, we were looking at Kirk the other day. Kirkland, because it was popping with all of the consumer stuff. Is Kirk a Chinese company? Because I know all seems like all the consumer stuff that was not Kirk or Chinese has been popping. So let me see if Kirk is a nope, it's based in the United States. So that's crazy. It's one of the few that's just been acting kind of wonky. One Life had bought this one back at I think it was 450 back here on one of these days, and it got a nice little pop. But it seems like Chinese consumer and retail merchandising companies are the ones that are getting pops right now. Drug all the way down to the 250s. Yeah. So that's to be expected. No catalyst, high volume, coming into a point that it seems like buyers are coming in, blah blah blah, but it could go either way. This thing could have very well ripped through $3 and went the other way. But I mean, how do you draw intraday trend on this thing? Is it an obvious trend? There's nothing obvious about this. You know, if we drew this trend here up to these little levels here, I mean, that would have been a very, very steep trend. We want to see a natural trend where it's actually making a nice little bounce off the trend, coming down, making those nice U shapes. This one, yeah, yeah. It made a U shape, but the U shape stood for Undertaker. Buying a falling knife. But yeah, got about 4 minutes on the bell. Of course, we have our Discord that you can get into. The Discord, Framework Fortune Discord. I'm usually in the day trading Discord a whole lot. We do have other Discords on there, Forex and futures and all types of other Discords. So you can hop in and just be a part. You can drop your experience, you can drop your questions or whatever. It's the best and easiest way to get to me during the day because a lot of times I'm working and I can pop over to a computer some days and kind of look at what you're looking at. I'll drop what I'm looking at in there as well. Also, that's where I update you guys if anything's happening with me, like if I'm not going to stream or if something comes up. Also, you can check out Reliable Rudy channel where he posts video content on the stock market analysis as well. He trades a lot of the mid caps, and he has been dibbling and dabbling in the low floats and low small caps quite a bit. But he trades mid caps, large caps, that kind of thing, and kind of builds portfolios. So you can go over there for questions about that. But also you can check out the Stunkin' Chumps gaming channel. That's Lauren. You'll see her in the chat sometimes. She's one of our moderators. She has her own channel as well. You can check out the Framework Fortune home channel, where Ben hangs out a lot. He live streams over there when he live streams. He has been busy working on our DLA project though, which is our digital land acquisition DAO, which is more crypto and NFT based. So if you have questions about crypto and NFTs, we also have the Framework Fortune crypto channel where he has made a lot of video content going over the aspects of crypto and the ideas of crypto and NFT trading and kind of investing and all that stuff. But what our focus has been recently is the play to earn gaming. So a lot of the gaming that pays you to play. So not pays you to stream or pays you to do whatever. It pays you to literally play the game. But yeah, we got a lot of things coming out. Also, the DLA has its own Discord as well, that you can join and kind of look in the project and kind of see what the developers are talking about, see what the community is building, because the DAO is based on a voting system where the community is in a direct part of what happens in the DAO. So see what the community is talking about, see what the developers are talking about, and be a part of that. Um, Am I forgetting something? The Media Network channel. We do have the Media Network channel as well. It's its own channel of all of the contributors or creators that are currently in our network goes on that channel. You can check that channel out as well. I think I remembered everything. But yeah, if you enjoyed the content, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe if you enjoyed it. You can also consider, if you're on Twitch, you can consider following. Um, but this is the stream today. I was watching and really just was kind of trying to get some analysis of where those shorts are going to be in and where they're going to be covering, because my strategy is really hard based on short covering. That's where I'm making my moves at. But yeah, we've hit the end time. Thank you guys so much for joining. And I'm going to go ahead and shut it down and get to some work. If you're going to continue trading, keep your head on the swivel, be careful. And as always, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.